Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Tim from RST Pentest Department, and today we're diving into a TryHackMe room called Blog Room. In this walkthrough, I'm going to guide you step by step through solving the room, from initial scanning to gaining root access. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Alright, let's get started. So, the Blog Room is a beginner to intermediate level room on TryHackMe that simulates a vulnerable web application, specifically a blog site with a bunch of security issues that we're going to exploit. The goal is to escalate privileges and ultimately capture that flag on the machine. As always, we'll begin by scanning the target machine and analyzing the services exposed. First things first, let's do a quick Nmap scan to see what ports and services are open on the machine. I'll run a basic scan with Nmap. Here, the -sc flag runs default scripts, -sv tries to detect service versions, and -on saves the output to a file for later reference. Let's hit enter and let this scan run. Okay, the scan is finished. From the output, we see that port 80 is open and running Apache, which means there's a web server running on the target machine. This is likely where we'll find the blog application we need to interact with. Let's open up the browser and check out the website running on the target. We'll visit http://targetip to see what we're working with. As we can see, the website is powered by WordPress. Let's check the page source to see if we can find extra information. We found that the site is running on blog.tchm. Let's add that to our hosts files. We will use nano to edit the file by typing sudo nano/etc/hosts and adding the target IP and the domain name blog.tchm. Now let's check the website manually and see if we can find any kind of information we can use. As you can see, we found a user called Billy with the username bjoel. Let's add that to a file called findings so that we can get back to it later. Great. We found another user called Karen. Let's grab her username and add it to the findings file that we created. Because the CMS used is WordPress, let's try to re-enumerate it using WP scan. but I didn't find any interesting information. So I will try to crack the password using WP scan. So I will use RockU password list, which can be found under /user/share/wordlist. Let's try to do brute force for both usernames to log into the admin directory. By using WP scan, we open two terminals. One to crack Billy and one to crack Karen. We managed to brute force the password for Karen. Let's use it to log into the admin panel. Yes, we have entered. Let's try to find information, look around for anything in the admin panel that we can use to gain access to the server. It's look like we have corrupt images. Let's search exploit DB if there is any exploit we can use for this. Great. We found an exploit called Corp Image Shell Upload, which is implemented in Metasploit framework. Using Metasploit framework, we will search for CVE 2019-8942. We then type use 0 to be able to use the exploit. After that, we type show options to see what the required information by the exploit in order to be able to gain a shell on the server. Our host is the IP address of the target machine. So we type set our host IP address of the target machine. And for the L host is the IP address of our machine, which can be found by typing sudo ifconfig and locating ton0. I forget to set the username and password before exploiting the machine. So let's set the username as kwheel and the password as the password that we brute forced. And type exploit. Boom. We're in. Let's try to find more information by typing getUID. We are www data. Let's use shell command to interact with the server. Now let's upgrade our shell to an interactive shell using Python. By typing python-c import pty.spawn/bin/sh. Let's try opening the wp-config.php file to find interesting information in it. And we find the database with the password. Checking what file is owned by root and has the set UID bit set reveals the presence of an unknown executable. /user/sbin/checker. The file command in Linux is a utility that determines the type of a file. The executable is a 64-bit ELF. Running it with ultrace reveals that the executable is checking an environment variable admin to determine if we are an admin. Let's create an admin environment variable and set it to 1. Now let's run the executable again by typing /user/sbin/checker. Fantastic! We are now logged in as root. Let's try to find the flag we were looking for by typing find/-name-user.txt. As you can see, we have found the user flag under /media/USB. Now let's find the root flag by typing the same command again, but this time by changing user.txt to root.txt. Awesome, we've completed the blog room. That's it for today's walkthrough. I hope you found it helpful. We covered a lot of techniques, including scanning, web application enumeration, password cracking, and privilege escalation. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or need further clarification on any steps, feel free to ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.